which Darius talks about that is, you talk about the Rave, and that's where he saw a ghost. That is actually based off a real thing. There is this concert venue in Milwaukee. A lot of artists, rappers, and everything, they do play there, and it is rumored to be haunted. In fact, Megan Thee Stallion said that she saw a ghost when she was there. True story.
Isn't there a hotel like that too?
I don't know. I think the hotel is either Chicago or Nashville. I can't.
I know. I was thinking Oklahoma City or Milwaukee, but I know I've heard about a haunted hotel that these
That's that Midwest boy.
These famous people stay at. I thought it was Milwaukee, but maybe I'm wrong.
But I found it interesting. They threw this little tidbit in here, and this is what they're doing in Atlanta. This is like maybe the third or fourth time where a mention of a ghost or some type of spirit has been involved in this show. So I guess that's the theme they're going for. These kind of like ghost stories. So we do see that Socks has stuck around with the crew. So he's kind of in the crew now.
Wow.
I have no idea.
It pisses me off because they don't really explain why he's there or why they would trust him after like how fucking weird he was, like initiating that weird like white guilt mob against the one chick and the hairline. Not pretty.
Intense. I don't know. I think it's almost kind of like, because even though like but Al is, outspoken, he's kind of passive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all know Darius is always here Darius is just here for the vibe. So he's just like, I don't care. But Ern and Al are a little passive. So it doesn't really surprise me that nobody was just like, yo, can you go? We're in a whole different ass country. Can you go?
Because they were.
So I mean, I get it, but I feel like at one point they should have like just spoken up, like, bruh, can you just go home? Do you have a job?
I didn't even think about that with them being in London 6 days ago, as we found out, and now they're in Budapest
now, right?
Yeah, they're in Budapest, and Socks went all the way to Budapest. That's interesting. Now, I actually did like seeing them because you remember I said in the episode I think Socks is going to be a part of the crew, and it turns out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But he's there in Van's absence, and we do see Ern is trying to contact Van. He's texting her, and he sent her a bunch of text messages, but we found out that from his writing that he hasn't talked to her, hasn't heard from her at all in 6 days.
Also, someone with an Android that you're texting that much, clearly that's enough to cut her off. Because did you notice that those little green bubbles?
Mm-hmm. Oh D, are you Android or iPhone?
Oh, I have an iPhone.
I mean, of course.
I just have it because there was a special, and they were like, you can get a free iPhone if you switch, and I was like, okay, fine. And then it was just easier to stick with it because everything's in the cloud and stuff. But
exactly, you're a black queen. You don't have to defend yourself. I'm trying to convert Jamel, but she is hard-headed.
It won't happen.
But as my grandma told me, a hard head make a soft ass. Jamel will find out soon enough.
How?
I don't know, some way.
A little questionable, like when you put it that way.
Wait, I'm not with no. Like,
you want to I'm about to say, do you want to edit that out, nigga?
No, I'm just saying, like, be a hard-headed. No, a hard head make a soft ass. You gonna learn one day. You're gonna realize I should have been had an iPhone. One day your Android's just gonna like blow up or something, and you'll be like, I should have listened to Devin.
This is valid.
Oh.
It's okay.
So Alfred is told by Ern that he has his meet and greet with with his biggest fan, who is a 10-year-old boy that is stricken with cancer. And as a parting present, when they get up to leave, he gives the little boy a bottle of white Hennessy.
I don't know what that is.
I definitely appreciated it. I got plenty of.
Is this past the part where they talked about the strip club?
I don't even drink Hennessy, but yeah.
I forgot about that.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
No, you're right. We have, we're at that part right now. Right.
Yeah, because
look who's prepared.
Yeah, because when Stocks comes in, he wasn't like he asks Alfred he's want to go to a strip club, and they just make fun of his accent. That's why he put it in there.
Did you see his face? He was just like, ha ha ha.
Okay. Motive.
Also, British
he wasn't really with that Kiki.
are you a fan of shoe shows?
Am I a fan of what?
Shoe shows.
He calls them shoe shows, but it's
adult
really just
establishments. That's what he calls them. He calls them
strip clubs. You call
I've never been to a strip club. Like, I have a bunch of friends.
bless.
I have friends who are strippers. I have friends who do porn, but I've never been to like a strip club.
Okay, you just opened up a whole nother story. Like, okay, I got so many other questions. But
your friends are amazing.
Yeah, I have a lot of interesting friends.
Right.
Okay. Can I leave that in?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right now. Okay.
Well, I've gotten a couple shoe models dances from the Mirage on Main Street. It's a wonderful establishment. You might have to deal with some bullet holes.
I'll never go to another Florida strip club again, ever.
They are amazing. Just letting you know.
Why'd you feel?
Yeah. You have a problem breathing after you leave those places?
I was.
Assaulted?
One of them got violent. I was physically assaulted.
Uh-huh.
Would
you like to tell her how you were physically assaulted?
At a Florida strip club. I was physically assaulted.
Okay.
And she thought it was all good. She thought she was having a great time. I was not. I was hurt.
No.
If you
should have gotten a lawyer.
Listeners, go back and listen to Insecure. It's in there. So
don't do it.
So Alfred tries to have a talk with Ern, but Ern is really busy managing the concert. Because he is out here. He's just like, hey, y'all need to like zip it up, wrap it up. We gotta go. So as Alfred prepares to perform, a fan tries to introduce him, and it's like just kind of like hell hyping the crowd up. They don't know who this nigga is or whatever, and Ern just looks like, yo, get the fuck off the stage. Like, so at this point, I was like, okay, here we go with the weirdness. Here we go with the weird shit. Something's about to happen. Well, this is where Alfred starts to perform, and then we see Darius out here hyping himself up. I loved it.
Really, really quick. Did you notice how the crowd didn't react to Wiley when he was on stage, like, at all?
Yes, I did notice that. I did notice that.
He told me he was 19. He's a ghost.
Okay. That's.
I just thought he was a terrible performer, like Drake or some shit like that.
After the concert is over, Ern sees.
Also, why does it? I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Being as I hate this show, but yeah, maybe y'all can fill this in on me. What'd you say his name is? Darius. The skinny fellow that was all animated. He should have been on stage and hyped him up because I was more interested in watching him.
You're fully correct. You're fully correct. Like I think his official like job title is hype man.
Yeah, that's why
I don't know.
He wasn't out there.
But he definitely should have been on stage because those dance moves were A1.
Right.
Yeah. So I love that scene. And Ern is just kind of like rapping Ern is kind of like rapping the lyric or rapping along with the lyrics. Now I think that was and I don't know if you know this, D, but was that Donald Glover actually doing the song?
Oh, I don't know.
Stephen Glover.
I don't know his music.
Oh, it's Stephen Glover.
I did read
Stephen Glover does the music, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I didn't know Stephen could rap.
Yeah.
So after the concert is over, Ern sees Alfred, Darius, and
newsflash, he can't.
I kind of liked it.
I want a Paperboy shirt.
Yeah, because they got merch now. They make money all kind of ways.
Yeah, I've been looking all week to find it, but I can't find it.
So they're trying to find Alfred's phone, which has mysteriously disappeared. And Alfred's trying to remember the last time he saw the phone. He brings up that he had it at the meet and greet with the boy who has cancer. Ern contacts security to stop the boy, but is informed that the boy is being rushed out of the building because he's having a cancer attack.
Girl.
And Ern intercepts the paramedics, and the boy, whose name is Marvy, he wants to help Paperboy because he's his biggest fan. And then Ern just goes up and starts patting that motherfucker down, tries to rip off his hat.
Oh, that was really awkward.
When this nigga lifted this little sick boy's legs to check under him, I guffawed. I was like, okay, that's funny.
Like you're touching
a
child.
I want to help him so bad.
Like you're touching a child, sir.
It was crazy.
Like stop,
that was funny.
Bro, stop.
And so he starts to get. He doesn't get like they don't try to fight him. They just boo him off, which I found funny. They just gonna boo him and he's forced to leave. So
That boy's father was gonna have a lawsuit after 5 more seconds.
Definitely.
I actually kind of liked Al's reaction to that, like, because when they were just like, was it the Make-A-Wish kid, and Al was just, oh, man.
No, he was like, no,
no. Earns about his business, though.
So is at this point where Socks is the one speaking up and suggests that the kid who tried to introduce Alfred on stage could have probably took the phone because he was backstage the whole time. So were you, Socks. So were you. Earn contacts the venue manager who says that the stage manager was off and he was filling in, but he recognized who Earns talks about and says that's his nephew Wiley, but he doesn't believe that he took it. And he was only backstage because he was interviewing with the rigger with the hard R. He enunciated the hell out of rigger. So
yeah, I had to play it back a few times because I was like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yes, I was like, he's really leaning on that R. So the manager does not have Wiley's phone number, but he's gonna get it from the rigger. But Ern sees Wiley's resume from the interview and contacts him that way. So they call Wiley, and Wiley's like, do y'all just calling random fans up to ask them to meet with them? And so they're just basically trying to like get him to come back. Socks takes the phone and goes extra hard, talking about he's a white Liam Neeson. We're gonna kill you with the mafia, all this shit, and it's always the ones that's doing the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Alfred snatches the phone away from Socks and tries to reason with Wiley, but Wiley just hangs up in their face. I'm like, at this point, I was kind of like, I was thinking that we were gonna go on this adventure that Darius was playing, because I forgot to bring up again how Darius is the whole time trying to get them to go ghost hunting. I feel like we were robbed basically of a ghost hunting episode.
I really wanted them to go on that ghost hunt, man. But
yes.
I think they kind of did for this one.
So Wiley returns to the venue despite being threatened. And he denies being involved in stealing the phone, but he does. But they're starting to like ask him. I forget how it came up, but oh yeah, he says like it's a dream. Like this is a dream come true for me. And Alfred's like, ain't nobody dreaming about this.
This is funny. Meeting you like this, I feel like I'm dreaming.
Trust me, ain't nobody dreaming this, dog.
What do you dream of? Box top Chevys? Or kissing the thorn on a rose? Oh, it's sweet, but it hurts. It'd make you never want to trust anything too beautiful again.
Oh.
And Wiley just kind of goes like, well, what do you dream of? And starts to tell Alfred personal details, which he would have only known had he gotten the phone. Like some unreleased lyrics, information about a song about an old girlfriend
named Rose.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm basically thinking, okay, this guy definitely has a phone. It's going to be one of those kind of episodes where, so Ern and Alfred decide to use the good cop, bad cop tactic, but Wiley deflects and asks Ern, was he told that he talked white as a kid, which is a callback to the Old Man in the Tree episode where they make fun of how Ern talks. But it's just also interesting that they put this in because this is actually something that Donald Glover himself has frequently talked about in his music and in his interviews.
Yeah, they say they want the realness, rapped about my real life, told me I should just quit. First of all, you talk white.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about that he's been told that he's talked white and makes references to wanting to be a white rapper. D, I'm sure you know about this because like this is still weird. Like he has his way of just putting in these things about himself, which is fine. You can do that in your artwork, but it's just kind of like weird fascination